Hello, it's Nicky. I've got soaking wet hair. I can't dry it. It's too hot. I'm in my daughter's room hiding, but I want to tell you about the algorithm today. It brought a smile to my face when I went to yoga, and I've got to share it even though it's Sunday. I came to the realization, well, many things. Firstly, I want to say, does anybody know what the algorithm is? Can you introduce it? So imagine you were at a networking party, and we've all been to those parties where we have to introduce our friend who maybe does a job that we have no idea what it really means. One of my friends works in affiliate marketing, and I love it when there's that moment where somebody else has to say, this is Bexy and she works in affiliate marketing, which is, have you had the moment? I feel like that with the algorithm. In yoga this morning, I was like, I actually don't know how to define it. I can't give it a snappy introduction. And I find like I say words like, I don't know, it's like data, it's like the patterns of my behavior, what I'm seen on, what I'm shown on social, all of that. Yet whenever I come on here or various other platforms, I see it, I hear it all the time. This algorithm being spoken about, being given so much power, when many of us don't actually know what it is. And I've come to the realization, and maybe this is after the several years that we've had, it's turning 40, it's realizing that some of the things that I want to do in my life that I thought I would have done already, I haven't done. I've come to the conclusion that I can't get stuck in complaining or blaming or using my time to talk about something that I don't even know what it is. And I'm refusing to give my power to something that I didn't understand in the first place. And I've been on social media platforms, I've been doing this for 10 years. And granted, when I first started out, I was sharing you pictures of my lunch, and they were nice as well. And if we can go back to those, I'm all for it. But I remember in the early days, it was just a case of figuring it out. It was like, okay, I'm going to post and see what response I get. And sometimes I would get no response, but I didn't know if that was to do with the algorithm. Maybe it just didn't connect. Maybe my people weren't online that day. Maybe they were doing something else. And so I've made a decision that I'm not going to be one of those people who spends their first 30 seconds of whatever they want to put out into the world saying, please, can you share this? Can you share this? Because this algorithm, like probably nobody's going to see it. That to me is the equivalent of a song that you love, but somebody's just playing the intro again and again and again. And it's like, can you just like get to the chorus, get to the good bit, get to the bit where we can all sing along? Because my needs as a consumer, as a participant, as a contributor, as somebody who loves being online and loves being part of a community, my needs have not changed. I still want to be entertained, educated, inspired, moved, connected, all of the things. And that has not changed for me. And I know that trendsetters want to say these binary phrases such as long form content is completely out. We just want to see short-term things. We've seen it with podcasts, like nobody listens to podcasts anymore. But if we look at our society, oh my goodness, like more than ever, don't you think it's looking so beautiful? So many different faces and stories and interests and desires and none of us are truly just one thing. So yes, I remember that moment where books were out. Nobody is reading actual books anymore. We saw the Kindle come in, we saw audiobooks come in. But I tell you what, I read normal books as in like actual books. I read ebooks, I listen to podcasts. I love hanging out in my local library, and so do my kids. I've got a radio in my kitchen, and depending on what I'm doing and how the mood takes me, I am using all of the things. And so I urge you today, if you're beginning your week thinking, right, what am I going to post? How am I going to promote my business? How am I going to talk about this in a different way? I urge you to think about that person who needs what you have to offer, and how can you share it in a way that's going to be perfect for them. And I want you to come up almost with a mind map of just saying like, oh, I could do this, or I could tell that funny story, or like, oh, I remember doing this thing in 2019 and loads of people loved it. Maybe I can take a part of that and talk about it in a different way. It's almost like a roast dinner. Whatever your roast dinner looks like, every Christmas we see it, that just when you think you know all the ways that you can cook sprouts, somebody will come along and be like, guys, this is actually how we should be cooking sprouts. Or we saw it with a potato. I remember people were like making these cubes. I can't even remember the details of it, but like taking 18 hours and it was the best potato ever. That's what your content is like. You've got so much to share. So please share it. Please use your time wisely on here or however you promote your business, and get to the chorus. Tell us what we want to hear. We want to pay you. We want to support you. We want to connect with you. We want to see you fly. Because let's face it, the more that we hide, the more that we're worried about the power that is something that we don't understand, we stay where we are. We don't make change. We don't close the payment gap. We don't have different storytellers. And I know definitely I want all of those things. So, yeah, let's create positive change. I don't know if it's mascara. I don't know if it's the heat. But my eyes are welling up just saying that. I hope it's been useful. If it has, let me know, comment below. Tell me what you're going to do. Tell me how you're going to use what I've shared with you today and go, right, do you know what, Nicky? Enough's enough. Yeah, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop whining that nobody's seeing my stuff and get creative. And I'm going to take myself on a long walk today, or cook a nice dinner, or whatever it might be. But remember why you're here. Remember what you want to see as well. I'm sending lots and lots of love. Also, if you want to check out my shop, there is a content workshop in there. So that might be useful for you if you want some inspiration or to spark some ideas. nickyraby.com/shop. Right, I gotta go. I gotta cook lunch, and I know it's early. Oh, it's really early for lunch. Anyway, I'm sending lots of love, and let me know what you think. I always love to hear it.